Thank you for tuning in today to Delightful and Delicious. I am so glad that you were able to join me. Now, if you are new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you know every time we upload one of these videos. Now, today I'm going to be making for you candied sweet potatoes, or some people call them candied yams. And I am making the stovetop version. And I'm making this version because we typically make these during the holidays. If you've ever had a turkey or a roast in the oven, you've got macaroni and cheese, the dressing going, you don't have any room, you gotta make these sweet potatoes. I'm gonna make this stovetop version for you, which is delicious. It's actually a little bit faster, it's sweet, and you're going to love it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so of course the first thing we need to do is go ahead and peel our sweet potatoes. Now I am using just a regular potato peeler. You can absolutely use a knife. When I used to do this as a kid, we always used a knife. It doesn't matter. And you may be asking, Steph, what's the difference between a yam and a sweet potato? Well, they are two completely different things. A yam is actually a different color. It's typically grown in South America, the Caribbean, and Africa. It's not as sweet as a sweet potato. Here in the United States, somehow we just got to the point where we call a yam and a sweet potato the same thing. But generally what you find in your everyday grocery store, when you cut it open, if it's orange, that is going to be a sweet potato. And I have written a little information about that on our website at delightfulanddelicious.com. I will leave that link down below so that you can get the 411 on that. But let's go ahead and get these puppies peeled up. After I peel them, we are going to cut them in about 3/4 of an inch thick slices and then move on to our next step. After you've peeled your potatoes, go ahead and cut them into slices. Again, you want to make them about 3/4 of an inch thick. This will help them not to fall apart as they're cooking. In a non-stick pot that's on medium to low heat, go ahead and add your water, your light brown sugar, and your white granulated sugar. And just stir that up so we can get everything dissolved. Now we're going to add our Cairo syrup and 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Stir that around and get your butter all nice and melted. Now we're going to add our 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, our 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, and our 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Stir everything around and make sure it's blended well. At this point, you can go ahead and taste it and make sure it is sweet enough for your sweet tooth. So now we want to go ahead and add our sweet potatoes. We then want to make sure that we have stirred it, making sure that each piece is coated in our delicious, ooey gooey, yummy sauce that we've made. We want to bring this up to a boil, cover our pot, and then we're going to stir it about every 10 minutes. Now after 30 minutes, your potatoes should be fork tender, meaning that your fork should be able to easily go through them. You then want to take a tablespoon of pure vanilla, pour that in, stir it all around. Make sure you're gentle with your potatoes. You don't want them all broken up into tiny little pieces, and you're all done. All right guys, we have done it again, made something fabulous. So we have made our stovetop candy yams, or stovetop sweet potatoes, whatever it is you want to call them. You can go ahead and throw some maybe crushed pecans on this, throw some marshmallows on if you like marshmallows, dress it up, dress it down, just make it however it is that you like. This is full of cinnamon and nutmeg and some vanilla extract. It's ooey gooey yumminess. You might even be able to get away with not having to cook desserts if you cook this, because this is sweet goodness. I'm gonna go ahead and take a taste. I'm gonna have to take another taste because the first one was so good. That is delicious. You guys, please try this. Again, this is going to free up extra space in your oven if you're already cooking a turkey or roast, your dressing, your macaroni and cheese. If you've already got all that stuff going on in your oven, this is going to be something that you can make on the stovetop if you know that you have to get some sweet potatoes or candy yams done, okay? Also, you may be wondering, Steph, what is that festiveness going on in that glass? Well, this is my holiday sangria, my white winter sangria. I love this stuff. I make it every year during the holidays. I will leave a link to this down below. It's also on our website. So I hope you try this too. Be sure you are subscribed before you go. And until next time, whenever you're in the kitchen, make sure you are keeping it delightful and delicious. Cheers, you guys, and see you next time.